Most people have no idea what a catalytic converter does until theirs gets stolen. Suddenly, you're researching exhaust systems like you're prepping for a NASA launch. If you want clean air, you want catalytic converters working. End of story. So, how do they actually make these magic metal boxes? It starts with a hefty chunk of stainless steel. You need steel because it's resistant to corrosion, and these things are under your car dealing with heat, water, and literally every possible road mess. Inside, the magic trick is this honeycomb structure, super lightweight, but it has an insane amount of surface area. That honeycomb is usually made out of ceramic, because ceramic can survive extreme heat without breaking down and doesn't weigh as much as a brick. Pro tip, that honeycomb isn't solid. It's full of thousands of tiny channels. The more surface area, the more emissions you can break down. Think of it as an apartment complex for molecules. More rooms, more guests, less pollution. Now for the pain point. People freak out about the price of a replacement. Why? Because they coat that ceramic honeycomb in platinum, palladium, and rhodium. These are rare metals. Some cost more than gold. That's what thieves are really after. Step by step, the process is like baking a cake, but with chemistry. First, they mix up a washcoat, basically a thin, liquid slurry holding the precious metal particles. This goes on the honeycomb, making it sticky so the metals cling to every nook and cranny. After coating, it's time for the furnace. The honeycomb cores are baked at over 500 degrees Celsius. This locks the metals in place. If you skip this step, the whole thing would just crumble or blow out the tailpipe like confetti. Not exactly effective. Next up, manufacturers shove the ceramic core into the steel shell. It's not just dropped in, they use a mat made of intumescent material, which swells with heat. It locks the core in place and absorbs vibrations. Otherwise, you'd have a rattling car and a broken converter before your next oil change. Quality control is intense. Each unit goes through tests. Can it handle crazy heat swings? Is there a leak? Some factories run hundreds of catalytic converters through simulated 100,000-mile conditions, all just so your car passes a smog test in Portland or wherever you happen to be. Here's where it gets wild. There's massive pressure on automakers to get more efficiency. Some designs use less than 3 grams of platinum per converter, but still reduce emissions by 90% or more. This isn't just cost savings, it's better for the planet. The big headache: stricter environmental rules mean more production, but platinum and rhodium aren't exactly sold in bulk at Costco. Recycling is critical. Spent converters are harvested for metals, sent to specialty refineries, and reborn as brand new converters. On a practical note, if you see aftermarket converters for cheap online, be careful. Some skip on precious metals entirely, so they look the part but don't actually clean much of anything. You'll fail emissions, burn through gas, and maybe get a nice check engine light for your troubles. So, yeah, catalytic converter production is weirdly high stakes. It's chemistry, supply chain puzzles, anti-theft oddities, and environmental policy all jammed into a piece of metal under your car. And for something you may never see, it makes a huge impact. Literally millions of tons of pollution scrubbed out of the air every single year.